When you first wake up in the morning, consider how priceless it is to have the opportunity to be alive, to breathe, to think, to grasp, and to love. How do we nurture mornings that are in line with this historical appreciation for life in this context? In order to set the stage for a calm and productive day, we are presenting a morning practice today that is based on ancient knowledge. To assist me continue spreading historical philosophy, I would appreciate it if you liked the video before we get started. I advise you to subscribe and enable the notification bell if you have not already, so you will not miss any videos. First, consider the fleeting nature of existence. A profound grasp and acceptance of the transient character of everything is one of the core tenets of historical philosophy. Every morning, set aside some time to reflect on this truth before the world's clamor starts. Locate a peaceful area where you can relax unbothered. Maintain a relaxed yet erect posture as a physical representation of the harmony between attentiveness and tranquility that you seek. Close your eyes and consider how big the universe is. Imagine galaxies spinning through the dance of time, stars forming and fading away. Imagine a point within which the Earth is a small dot. Think of the mountains that have stood tall, the rivers that have cut roots, the rise and fall of civilizations. Now concentrate more and consider your own existence, which, in the larger scheme of things, is just a moment. This illustration aims to make clear the value and fleeting nature of life rather than underplaying its significance. Knowing that life is temporary serves as a sobering reminder. It highlights the worth of each day in the first place. When we genuinely understand how precious our time is, we have a tendency to put the things that really matter above diversions and pointless arguments. You are better equipped to tackle the day with a greater feeling of purpose if you awaken with this perspective. Essentially, this morning practice is about embracing the present with love, devotion, and action, rather than facing mortality with fear. If you know how to use it, life is long, as Cicero Wesley once remarked. Thus, by making this exercise a part of our morning routine, we are reminded to live each day to the fullest with grace and significance. Second, write down your ideas. Writing in a diary is a historical tradition that involves having a private discussion with oneself as well as recording happenings. It is a meditative process that helps you center yourself. Sometimes just putting your ideas on paper can have a profoundly transformational effect. Select a diary that speaks to you personally to start. It could be a straightforward notepad, a lavish journal, or a digital file. This is your own holy sanctuary, free from criticism and demands from others. Your raw, uncensored thoughts will surface there. Each morning, as you begin, jot down the first ideas that occur to you. They might be the remains of dreams, residual sentiments from the day before, or expectations for the coming day. Similar to sweeping leaves off a patio, this initial pouring helps remove mental clutter. Then turn your attention to being grateful. It is simple to become distracted by what we lack or what we want in the vast fabric of life. However, Stoicism imparts to us the importance of appreciating the present. List the top 3 things for which you are truly appreciative, whether it be the coziness of your blanket, the warmth of a loved one's smile, or the straightforward luxury of waking up to a brand new day. Go beyond thankfulness and consider yourself. Think about a historical idea or a problem you are facing. Consider the following. Am I living in accordance with my values? Where did I yesterday act impulsively rather than rationally? How can I improve myself today? This is a self-awareness and development activity rather than a self-criticism one. Finally, use your journal to set an intention for the day. On the basis of the historical values of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, compose a brief affirmation or commitment. This acts as your moral compass, guiding your judgments and behaviors all day long. Keep in mind that your journal serves as a mirror that reflects your inner world. It serves as a tool, ally, and mentor. One of the historical books of Marcus Aurelius, Meditations, started out as his private journal. He used it as a tool to analyze his acts, retain historical truths, and navigate the challenges of daily life. Third, make daily intentions rather than goals. While intentions and goals both direct our journey, they do so in quite different ways. Goals, by their very nature, concentrate on the future and on outcomes, successes and results. They offer a location. On the other hand, intentions shed light on the path, grounding us in the here and now, firmly founded in our values and the person we hope to become. Fundamentally, historical practice stresses the difference between things we can control and things we cannot. Goals frequently relate to outside consequences that are occasionally beyond of our control. Even with our greatest efforts, unexpected difficulties can still occur. But intentions are squarely within our purview. They serve as daily reminders of our individual beliefs and a deliberate decision about how we want to live our lives, no matter what happens outside of our control. After writing to clear your head, think about the kind of day you want to have when you start your morning. Ask yourself, who do I intend to be today? Rather of concentrating on the things that need to get done, will I be patient, savoring each moment for what it is and not hurrying it by? Do I intend to have compassion for myself as well as others, seeing that we are all facing our own struggles? Or maybe I want to be brave and take on difficulties head-on while moving outside of my comfort zone. Put these goals in writing. Statements like, "Today I will listen more than I speak. I will approach conflicts with understanding," or "I will find moments of tranquility amidst the chaos," are examples of how they could appear. These are reminders of the person you want to be, not duties to be completed. It does not matter what you bear, what matters is how you bear it, as Seneca so eloquently phrased it. In this attempt, our daily compass is our intention. They direct our responses, choices, and activities. They develop into active decisions that impact our day, rather than being merely passive desires. Setting daily goals forces you to focus on virtues rather than results. Success is not determined by what you accomplish, but rather by how you behave, react, and live in the world. It is a significant shift in viewpoint that is entirely consistent with historical knowledge and guarantees that, despite the unpredictability of the day, you have a clear understanding of your own trip. Fourth, learn to like discomfort. Comfort has evolved into an expectation and a gauge of progress in our contemporary environment. But the historicals, with their great insight, understand that the unquestioning pursuit of comfort can impede personal development. They supported the deliberate introduction of little discomforts as a way to fortify the spirit, foster resilience, and guarantee readiness for life's unavoidable challenges. A famous philosopher from antiquity once suggested setting aside a specific number of days during which you would be fine with the meanest fare and the ugliest clothing, adding, "So, for the future, you will be better prepared." The purpose of this was not to increase needless suffering, but to free ourselves from the bonds of reliance on outside luxuries and to remind us of our inherent power. Consider little methods to bring deliberate discomfort as you begin your day. Perhaps, to jolt yourself awake and stimulate your senses, take a cold shower. This action encourages physical attentiveness while also acting as a baptism in a metaphorical sense, washing away lethargy and reinforcing your resilience and capacity for success. Instead, decide to forgo the first cup of coffee and remind yourself that your motivation and willpower come from inside, not from outside influences. You might also think about engaging in more introspective activities, such as setting aside 10 minutes to reflect on a previous difficulty, recognizing the resilience you displayed and the growth that resulted from it, or choosing to biki or on foot in order to be more aware of your surroundings and to accept physical effort as a sign of your body's potential. Here, there are two goals. First, much as an athlete trains their body, these everyday acts of discomfort serve as mental and spiritual exercise. We can better prepare ourselves for the bigger, unanticipated challenges of life by routinely pushing ourselves beyond our comfort zones in modest ways. Second, they offer context. We learn to value some comforts more when we have them and comprehend that they are not the cornerstones of our happiness or contentment by on occasion giving them up. You are not punishing yourself by accepting difficulty. Rather, you are giving yourself more power. You are drawing from a larger pool of strength, letting go of pointless dependencies and embracing a sense of historical freedom that results from realizing true satisfaction is unrelated to outside circumstances. Practice awareness and meditation, which is number 5. Both Stoicism and mindfulness have their own unique histories, but they both emphasize the value of perception and the potency of the present moment. Make time in the morning to practice mindfulness or meditation. Unless doing so speaks to you personally, this does not necessarily entail sitting in the lotus position or reciting mantras. It involves putting yourself in the present moment, locate your creative space, then take a relaxed stance. Put your eyes closed and focus inward. Start by merely paying attention to the rise and fall of your breath. Allow your thoughts and feelings to come and go, picturing them as clouds passing through the sky or leaves drifting down a stream. Here, dissociation is crucial. You are not the participant, you are the observer. This method is completely consistent with the historical emphasis on separating events from our evaluations of them. Spend the last few minutes of your meditation contemplating a historical lesson or saying. You might think about amor fati, which is the love of fate. Amor fati essentially exhorts us to view every moment, occasion, difficulty, and triumph as a gift and the very essence of life. It is an invitation to welcome all of life's circumstances, whether they bring happiness or misery, success or failure. Amor fati is a morning ritual that involves genuine acceptance and gratitude from the minute you come to consciousness. It is a warm embrace of reality, regardless of how it manifests, rather than an attempt to escape from it. Amor fati serves as a reminder that every moment is an opportunity for connection, growth, and learning, and that the present is a gift. It is a profound exercise that questions fate's twists. Amor fati is a beautiful beacon of historical serenity that ultimately leads you to a life of acceptance, thanks, and unreserved love for the here and now. Adopting this practice helps you develop mornings that are grounded in a profound and dazzling love of life, directing you toward a day of sincerity, purpose, and virtue. I sincerely appreciate you being here, and I hope you have enjoyed this material. Our exploration of traditional morning rituals suggests adjustments that can improve your mornings, direct your days, and ultimately alter your life. Keep in mind that every new day offers the chance to live it to the fullest with courage, love, and gratitude. Up until then,